Good morning. Good morning. Welcome back to another episode of Monday Mornings with Melissa. I am so excited to be here with you today. And I hope that you had an amazing weekend. It is kind of nasty weather here. So my kids are just outside and they're eating lunch, I think. So you might hear them, dinosaur noises, all of that good stuff. But I'm so excited to be here anyways. I hope that you are excited for today's topic because I know I am. Good morning, Kimberly. Say hi as you guys are logging in. Let me know that you're here. I chose today's topic because we've been hearing a lot about it. We've been hearing a lot about, obviously in the past year and a half, there has been a lot of crazy stuff. Good morning, Kathleen. Good morning. There's been a lot of stuff happening, right? And there is a lot of stuff happening now. And so I thought it was the perfect time to come in and talk about how to navigate the turbulent times, right? Navigate anything, navigate all of the stuff, right? All of the stuff, being able to navigate anything that comes your way and being able to just walk through it, get through it, and rise to the top. So that is what we're going to be talking about today. Good morning. Announcement, you guys. Stick with me till the end because I am going to be talking about something that is very, very exciting to me. Very exciting for Team Funnel Boss and the entire brand is that we are hosting our very first in-person, like actual live event. It's going to be a 2-day event happening in October. And I'm going to talk all about that today after our session. And it's going to be it's been on my heart to do an in-person event because I know the power of them. I know how you can transform by being immersed in a setting like where that is like your sole focus. And so I'm going to be talking about that today. Good morning. Yes, I'm so excited. Okay, so how to handle the turbulent times in your business. So this is talking about how to handle the stress. Does anyone ever get stressed in their business as a CEO? How to handle the stress, how to handle the strain, how to handle, all the things that come with running your own business, are inevitably going to come from running your own business while still being able to enjoy it, to create massive profit from it, and make the impact that you want to have on the world. We have to, if we want to do those things, if we want to create massive profit, if we want to enjoy our business and our life and make an impact, we have to learn how to handle anything that comes our way, good, bad, and ugly. Okay. And so today we're going to be talking a little bit about the bad and the ugly and how to turn that and flip that. Good morning, Katie, Team Funnel Boss in the house. Okay. So here's the deal. Entrepreneurs in general, right? Entrepreneurs take on a lot of risk, like non-negotiable. It is risky to start your own business. No matter what kind of business you have, whether it's a brick and mortar, an online, we work with a lot of service-based businesses. So if you're a service-based business, like you're taking a risk there as well. Like starting your own business is a risk, right? And we do it because we are called to do it. We want to do it. We want nothing else, right? We want nothing else. And if you are a service-based business, a coach, consultant, right? We work so hard and we develop this framework. And now we've got it. We can change people's lives of what we do, but now we have to inspire people. We have to inspire people to trust us, to follow us, to invest in themselves through us, and then to show up and do the work that's actually required to get people a result. And then on top of that, we're dealing with all the financials, the legal, building a team, like all of the things. It's a lot, right? It's a lot. And what happens, right? Hey, Georgia. What happens? Good morning, Carrie. Yes, I'm so excited to have the live event. So what tends to happen, and you guys let me know if this has ever happened to you, it certainly happens to me all the time. We start to get momentum in our business. Things start to work out in our favor. We start to go in that direction that we were hoping to go in, and then boom, right? What happens? Something pops up that threatens to take us out of the game. Maybe that could look like chaos in your personal life. Maybe that could be chaos in your bank account. Maybe it could be chaos on your team. Maybe it could be chaos on social media algorithms, right? There's a lot, and it pops up at the most inopportune times. So there's a lot of stuff that we have to navigate in order to hit that next level that we're chasing, right? That next level that we're chasing. And we've been talking to a lot of entrepreneurs, not only our own clients, but also in our audience. We've been talking a lot about what are these struggles? What are the struggles? What are the turbulent waters that you are navigating in your business? And we got a lot of good input back from that question. And it was like, we heard, well, the market is saturated. How do we stand out against the competitors? That's the struggle. Ads are expensive because of, the whatever iOS update. Social media platforms, they change their algorithms like, I don't know, seems like every day, right? Showing up consistently is hard work. Managing your time doesn't really work out the way that you had envisioned, right? We got a lot of like taxes kind of suck, right? We got people who got failed launches. They haven't hit their financial goals. And so, what happens? Bruises their egos, makes us doubt ourselves, like all of those things. So I want you to know that whatever struggle that you're going through in your business, you're certainly not alone. And then on top of that, the online landscape is changing. In 2021, like before our very eyes, the online landscape is changing. But it's changed before, right? It's changed before. It will change again. This will not be the last time. So I don't want to let any of that scare you, right? I don't want you to be scared of any of this turbulent water that we're going to be talking about today, because it's very much part of the journey. So when we're talking about what's going to happen, what is the trajectory of our business? How are we going to have to adapt and evolve? I want to talk about, well, first let me say that for sure the ante has been upped, right? Just like it's been upped before, right? The standards are being raised. They've been raised before. It's okay. And we have to evolve and adapt with that. So even if you've gotten really good at what you do in your business, and even if you've gotten really good about talking about what you do, the bad news is that good is not good enough anymore. Like, we're going to be going to a whole new level. We're all going to be elevating to a new level. And that's what I want to talk about today, because now good is not good enough. You have to absolutely be exceptional. And what that looks like is stepping into your leadership role. And so that's what we're going to be focusing on today. Hey, James. So if you are a CEO, if you own your own business, if you are embarking on this journey, which is why you're here, right? And you're not fully embracing what that means, then you're going to struggle more than you would have had to. Okay. If you're not fully embracing your leadership, the leadership from within, fully stepping into that CEO, then you're going to struggle more than you would have had to do. So what we're going to talk about today is finding the place within ourselves where nothing is impossible, where hitting your big, scary goal, whether that's 6 figures, 7 figures, 8 figures, is a non-negotiable. And that place is within you right now, but almost no one fully taps into it. And then when these turbulent waters come, right? When something bad happens, when you have to pay a big tax fee, when you make the wrong hire, or you make a bad investment, when those things happen to you, then if you haven't tapped into that yet, you will be taken out of the game. These temporary setbacks will affect you permanently, and that's what we don't want. So today, it's about opening ourselves up into making those CEO decisions so that we can hit our next level and do it quickly. And that's why we chose the theme that is going to be Funnel Boss Live, which I'll be talking about here shortly. That's the only way. This is the only way, right, to fully step into the CEO that can get to that next level. So it's about making the decisions. I'm going to talk through like kind of what my process is and what that process might look like for you. The process of making the decision that you can handle anything that comes your way. The process of making the decision that you're going to hit that next level. So it all comes down to that, to making the decision and aligning our decisions based on where we want to go, and not allowing these situations that pop up to change our trajectory in our business. So if we make decisions and we take action based on those decisions, and those decisions were made on either who we were or even who we are today, or based on the hard time or the situation that pops up today, then that decision is going to keep us stuck with where we are, with the problems that we have. Okay, so I don't want any of that for any of you, right? So what we want, what is next. And what I love about entrepreneurs is that we are driven, right? And so those definitive decisions, making those decisions today, tomorrow, and every day, and then commit to aligning our actions with those decisions and everything being in alignment with where we're going, is how we get through anything that comes our way. And that does mean, I'm going to talk through this a little bit, that does mean making hard decisions. That does mean making scary decisions. That does mean making uncomfortable decisions. And I don't want any of this to scare you. I actually want it to excite you. I want the fact that we are evolving and everybody is going through these different changes and everybody's having these different experiences. I want that to excite you, because most people, most of your competition, most of your market that's oversaturated will not go the extra mile. They will not go the extra mile. But if you're willing to do what is required, then your business will, and you as the CEO of your business will be able to thrive no matter what comes your way. Okay? It's so true, guys. It's so true. So what this is not about is avoiding difficult or stressful situations. So I want to make that really, really clear. We as CEOs are going to learn to navigate difficult or stressful situations or changes, not avoid them. Okay. What I have realized in my own journey and what I see all the time working with our funnel bosses, working with our client, like all of it, is that there is no way to attain the big goal that you're after, the big dream that you're chasing, without being exposed to some really hard situations. There is no way. There is no way. In order to become the person who deserves that big goal, that big dream, that next level, you have to be stretched like you have never been stretched before. I want you to think about that, because we see, just the conversations that we've been having and the comments that we've seen is that everyone is looking to avoid it. Everyone is looking to avoid these hard situations that are coming up. And that's not what this is about. The person that you are, myself included, right? The person that we all are right now, as we sit today, does not deserve that next level that you're striving for, because there's all something that we need to learn or do or become in order to handle that next level challenge, right? So I don't want you to think about how to avoid or, skip all of these things that are going to come up, because it doesn't work that way. Like everything that you want is on the other side of that. And then everything that is a continually evolving process. So if you are scaling a service-based business, you are going to hit rocky terrain, right? You're going to hit turbulent water. You will be put in a lot of situations. You will work with a lot of people. You will deal with legal issues. You will get uncomfortable almost every day that you actually show up and serve, right? It's inevitable unless you quit showing up. In fact, really the only way to actually avoid the uncomfortable and the painful stuff is to kind of like go and lock yourself in a room somewhere and actually lock yourself away from all of the opportunities that you say that you want. So I want you to and we're going to talk about this, but I want you to flip the script about, all of the hardships, all of the challenges, all of the struggles that you'll go through as a business owner, and actually embrace them. Because if you don't, they're vanished forever, right? Vanished forever are your dreams and goals. And as much as I would love to tell you that this journey is going to be easy, I cannot do that in integrity because it has not been easy for myself, right? It's not going to be easy. As I've built up my own business to where it is now, I've certainly gone through some very painful situations. I've been through a lot of experiences, and it sucked. And it sucked. And I'm not going to tell you that by what we're going to talk about today, that it won't suck, because it's still going to suck, right? But as we get through it, right? For me personally, if I hadn't gone through some of those things that I went through, I wouldn't be the leader and the person that I am today. And I know that, right? Even though it sucked, it was like I had to learn how to navigate the ship through the hurricane, right? The journey that we're on is not meant to, and it's not supposed to be easy, right? There will be turbulence. There will be heartache. There will be nightmare clients. There will be nightmare employees. There will be situations that you flat out handle the wrong way. Right? There will be mistakes that you make and you'll have to own up to. There will be relationships that have to change or even completely dissolve, and that's not going to be easy. There are going to be days that you want to throw in the towel. Your motivation is going to ebb and flow. There'll be some days that you don't want to even get out of bed. There will be ad accounts that get shut down. There will be tech issues. I'm just trying to think of a few of the things. There will be tech issues that happen right in the middle of your launch or right in the middle of your pitch. We've seen it all, right? There will be hard work. There will be panic. There will be late nights. There will be times that you don't hit your financial goals. There will be all of those things. Those things are part of the journey to becoming the successful entrepreneur, the one who does deserve to have the sustainable business, the one that does deserve to make an impact in the world. I don't want any of this to scare you. Because it's actually really good news. But there is no fairy tale. There is no fairy tale. There is no knight in shining armor that's going to ride up and save you, right? There's no magic bullet. There never will be. But what there is there's an opportunity. There's an opportunity for you to unpack what this is going to look like for you. Which is, right, if I had to really think about what is the entrepreneurial journey, it's the biggest journey in personal development that there has ever been possible, right? And this is you being called to change lives. And that means that you're going to have to do the hard things that are required for you to become a leader who deserves to lead people through change, right? And no matter what is going on in your business, everyone has different struggles. Some of them are common. Some of them are going to be different no matter what stage we're in. It doesn't matter if you're just starting out, if you already have a 7-figure business. There's always going to be a reason to feel overwhelmed. There's always going to be a reason to feel like a failure. There's always going to be a reason to feel like an imposter. There's always going to be a reason that you want to go and just put the cover back over your head, right? There's always going to be a reason that you look outside, right? That you look outside and you see the circumstances and you want to blame, right? You could blame your coach, you could blame your clients, you could blame your spouse, you could blame Zuckerberg. we could all blame Zuckerberg just a little bit, and I'm just kidding. But there's always going to be a reason for that, and you can look for that reason, or you can look for the path through. And I'm going to get into, you guys know I like to give a little tactical stuff. So I'm going to get into that. But I wanted to share with you what not a lot of people are sharing out in our space, right? Everyone wants to paint this picture of the fairy tale. Everyone wants to say, your one webinar, your one funnel, your one this, your one that away, like magic bullets. And I want to share a little bit about how it's actually not the case, right? And we know that, right? But earlier this year, what are we? We're almost, my goodness, we're halfway through May. My goodness. Earlier this year, there was a period in my own business that was, at least to date, it was like the hardest time in my business. And there was a time, I don't know how long it really lasted, but there was a time of weeks or months. I don't know. I don't really remember. But I had to make some really hard decisions. And I had to dig so deep into a part of my soul that I never knew existed. And I had to do that in order to get through that. And I felt all the things, right? I felt all the things, the same things that you're feeling, the heartbreak, the urge to blame, the wondering if this was the right move, right? If I made all the mistake, like, what am I doing? Like, I felt all of it. And then I felt the acceptance. I felt the creativity. I felt the confidence as I worked through that solution, the solution that best served my family, my team, my clients. And that situation that I was going through could have taken me out of the game, like easily, seriously, easily. We watch so many entrepreneurs. It's so sad. Entrepreneurs get taken out of the game by far, far less. But when it came to navigating through this particular string of situations, it came down to making a decision that I would move through it, right? And that I would come out the other side, and it would be better than I would be better than who I was going into it. And as a leader, I know, of course, now on the other side, that I am a million times better. I'm a million times more powerful than I was before I went through that, right? And the thing is, it doesn't, these hard times, and I don't care if it's the iOS update, if it's your ad account, I don't care what it is, the struggles that you're going through, they don't last very long once you decide to be the leader that's required to navigate that situation. And on the other side of that obstacle that pops up, you are stronger, your business is stronger, your team is stronger, your clients are stronger. And for me personally, looking back, I don't think, actually, I know, this is something that I really grappled with. And I know that I wasn't a strong enough leader to take my business to the next level, which we're going, right? We're going from 7 to 8 figures. I know now that I wasn't a strong enough leader to take my business and my company there before those things happened. But now I am. So really, this happened for me. This is happening for us. And as long as we make so many good decisions based on what we learn in those hard times, then it's all worth it, right? Because we wouldn't have known what decisions to make if we hadn't gone through it. Crazy. It's crazy. So it all comes down to stepping into the leader in every situation, everything that gets thrown your way, all the heartache, all the growing pains, all of the client issues, or the HR issues, or all of the marketing issues and the changes, every single situation. And sometimes it feels like people are just throwing them like right and left, right? But every situation, everything that comes your way is to leading your company, your business, your mission, your people through that situation, through that rocky terrain, right? You will always have something hard happening in your business if you're growing. If you don't have something hard happening in your business, then you probably aren't growing. You're probably stagnant or going backwards. And there's going to be, there's kind of two prongs to these hardships, these challenges, obstacles, whatever you want to call them, right? There's kind of two prongs to it. There are some that we probably could have prevented, right? We probably have control over it. And so if that's the case, then it's our job, it's our duty to handle that, right? To handle that, to take personal responsibility for it, to make the hard decision and move forward. Okay, that could be hiring the person that you know that you've needed on your team, or the coach or the mentor that you need, like the decision that you've been putting off. That could be firing the person that you've known that you needed to fire. It could be firing your client. It could be dealing with a legal issue, having the hard conversation that you've been putting off. So that's one side of it, right? There's the issues that we could prevent or we could quickly deal with that we allow to snowball. That's one side. But on the other side, there's always going to be things happening that you couldn't have ever possibly known about, and you couldn't have possibly prevented. And so when those things come up, we have to look for the leadership opportunity there. So it's like flipping the script and saying, yes, I have to deal with this. Yes, I have to go through this. Yes, it's going to suck, but it's not going to take me down. And in fact, not only will it not take me down, this is going to strengthen me. This is going to make me a million times better in the next 30 days, in the next 60 days, and 90 days, whatever. And I don't know if you guys are religious at all, but for me, I know that whatever comes on my plate is something that I can handle. We only get handed what we can handle. But so few of us actually handle it. It wouldn't be put on our plate, You wouldn't have been called to be an entrepreneur if you couldn't handle it. But so few do. And it's because you have to make the choice and the decision to handle it. And what we see happen all the time, it's like the saddest thing, and it's happened to me, so I'm not like, I've been taken out of the game many times for I tell my story all the time, but these temporary setbacks lead to permanent bad decisions. So we make decisions based on these obstacles that are thrown in our way. And this thing that could have been temporary, that might have sucked for the next, week or three months or whatever, this thing that was supposed to be temporary now has led to a permanent change in the trajectory of our business. And that's what we cannot allow to happen. Okay. That is why, hey, Jennifer, that's why, and I'm going to get into I'm going to give like some tactical things that you guys can use, but that is why we chose the theme of Funnel Boss Live to focus on stepping into that person, because this is not going to be the last time social media changes. This is not going to be the last time that Facebook ads go crazy. This is not going to be the last time that your market is oversaturated or a client leaves a bad review. This is not going to be the last time. So we've chosen this topic for our intimate 2-day event that I'm going to tell you about here in just a few minutes. But we chose it because this is literally the only way. This is the only way. This is why 96% of businesses fail, is because only those who step into this version of themselves are the ones that make it. And that's what we're going to be talking about. That's what we're going to immerse ourselves in, is how to embody this leadership, this inner power that you have into your marketing, into the way that you serve your clients, into the way that you create profit in your business. Anyways, okay, so let's get into this. I have three not really steps, but 3 things that I want to talk about when it comes to handling these situations that are coming up for you, whatever they are. We all got them. And so how do we handle it? Number 1 is actually the tactical piece. It's my strategy. You can take it and absolutely modify it for what works for you, but it's a three-part little system. Okay. Yeah, I love tactical strategy kind of stuff. I can't just, I have to accompany mindset with strategy and tactic. So here we go, is the tactic. Number one is a 3-part, right? And it is your system for dealing with things as they come up every single day, because something will come up every single day. So here it is. Number 1, 3-part system. Step back, find perspective, and take action to resolve the situation permanently. So I want to kind of talk through what that means. So it's a three-part system to dealing with these things that are coming at us. Step back, find perspective, and then take action to resolve permanently. And that word permanently is really, really important. So we're not putting out fires, right? We're attacking the root cause. And that's really important. So first, you got to step back from the situation. So let's just pretend your ads account got shut down. That happened to me. Was it September, October of last year? That happened to me, right? Sucked. It did. But, so number 1 is you have to step back from the situation and you have to put things in perspective. So you have to ask yourself, what is actually happening right now? What is actually happening right now? What are the facts? And then move into action based on that, right? So what we want to do is, I always tell the funnel bosses, this is why we do detailed launch debriefs. This is why we look at data, because we want to remove the emotion from our decision making. Leaders, true CEOs, do not make decisions based on emotion alone, okay? So how do I do this? For me, I actually get up. So when something, and I'm telling you, it's every day, something is happening. Something is challenging. Something is not going the way I wanted it to. So for me, I get up, I literally get my body up and I move. I get outside. So today it's pouring down the rain, right? So, but I, if I can, I get outside, but I get up. I actually walk out of my office. I take a walk, take the dog on a jog, whatever. I step away from the situation, which is, on my computer or whatever. And that allows me to start to put things in perspective, to allow myself to take the emotion, to separate the emotion from the facts. And then once I'm in that place, I decide what to do about it. And when you're deciding what to do about it, when you're deciding what action to take, I want you to think about the lesson. Find the lesson. And there is a lesson in everything. In everything. There is a lesson for you in everything. So what you want to do is find the lesson and then make your decision and take your action to permanently resolve it so that you don't ever have to experience it again. Find the lesson. Because if you don't find the lesson and take your action based on what the underlying lesson is, all the chaos, all the stress, all the blood, sweat, and tears, all the heartache is for nothing. It's for nothing. So as you step into a true leader and you think about like what a leader is, right? What a leader truly is. Leaders will go to battle, will walk into battle to defend their honor, to defend their people, to defend their mission. So when you think about elevating your thinking into a leadership, there's always another way to look at the problem. There's always a different perspective. There's always a different angle. There's always a different angle. So I want to encourage you to look around the problem. That's what getting yourself up or moving yourself from the situation. It's like you're walking around the problem. You're looking for a different angle, a different perspective. Sometimes we can do this alone. Sometimes we can do this alone. We are insanely more powerful than you believe. Sometimes we can do this alone. Sometimes we can ask a mentor, right? So I always encourage everyone in this space to have a mentor, and we'll talk about that here in a minute. Sometimes you can ask a mentor, someone who's been through this before. Sometimes we can pull in our team. We pulled in Team Funnel Boss, one of the best team out there, right? Pulling in my team has helped me overcome hundreds of problems. So sometimes we can pull in our team. But no matter who we pull in, whether it's ourselves, our mentors, coaches, whether it's hiring a consultant, whether we're pulling in our team, whatever we're doing, it's up to you to lead that effort as the leader. That is literally the job that you took on, right? We tell the funnel bosses this all the time. Like no one made you do this. Like no one made you step into this position, right? You did it, right? And at the end of the day, there's nothing else you'd rather be doing, even if it's hard, right? But if you are the leader and you're not leading the effort to address the problem, if you're freaking out and you're making decisions and taking action based on, emotional response or fear, then this setback will take you out of the game. Hopefully only temporarily, right? Hopefully only temporarily, but sometimes permanently. So ask yourself, what is actually happening? And then what can I do about it to remedy it? Not just now, not just to make the pain go away now, but forever. So if you hired the wrong person, maybe that's the issue, right? How can you fix the hiring process so it never happens again? If ad costs are making you less profitable or your ad account gets shut down, how can you go and diversify your lead gen efforts so that you're not relying on Facebook ads ever again by itself, right? If the pain point that you're going through is you're attracting the wrong audience and they're not buying from you, okay, what is actually happening? How can you go back and inject more of your core values into your front-facing messaging so that all of those wrong people that you're attracting are actually repelled, right? How can you ensure that you come out of the painful or the hard situation or the thing that you're going through, navigating the obstacle? How can you come out on the other side as a better leader for your business, your family, your team, your clients, your audience? Okay, so that is number one, is I want you to really step back, put things in perspective, and then take action to resolve the root cause of the problem so it never happens again. No more Band-Aids, okay? No more Band-Aids. So that's number one, super important. You find your things that you need to do to remove yourself, to take perspective, to take the emotion out of it, to look at what's actually happening, and then find your solution. Number two is to actually surround yourself with people who have been on this journey longer than you. Longer than you. So I want you to find yourself a mentor, a coach, whatever you want to call them, a team who isn't going to feed you full of fairy dust. It's pixie dust, who isn't telling you fairy tales, but instead is honest, is transparent, and knows and is able to help you successfully navigate even the toughest problems. The best part about this, if we want to think about the cost, right? Because we always think about cost, right? We always think about, well, yeah, I could invest in that. I could invest in this, but there's the cost there. But I want you to think of the cost of some of these mistakes and not being able to navigate them as quickly as possible, right? Because the best part about surrounding yourself with the right mentor and the right people, getting yourself in the right room, is that they've probably already been through the same thing. Because for the most part, no problem, no matter how painful it is a problem that's happening for the first time, right? So there is someone out there for almost all problems that has already found a solution, that is 10 steps ahead of you. And when you're trying to do this without putting yourself in a room of those people, you have to reinvent the wheel. You have to reinvent the wheel. So always be surrounding yourself with people who are at the level that have already embodied, have already found this place in them to get the strength to navigate those problems. Put yourself in that room. Put yourself in that room. It doesn't have to be, me. It doesn't have to be Funnel Boss Academy. It doesn't have to you coming to Funnel Boss Live, which I'm going to talk about. I'm so excited. But wherever that is, whatever that looks like for you, put yourself in that room. Put yourself in that room, because when you become surrounded by people who know how to navigate problems and know how to think on a different level, then you will get to a different level. Because it's all it comes down to is thinking differently, having a different conversation. So that's number 2. Number 3. Oh, thank you, Kathleen. Yes, my team is already dropping the link to Funnel Boss Live. You can check it out. I am going to talk about it here in just a minute. I know I'm talking a little long today, but I get so passionate about some of these things because I don't want them to take you out of the game. So number 3 is flip the script. Flip the script. And this is the hardest one. This is the hardest one because it's time to actually own the turbulence. Own the turbulence. Be grateful. Be grateful that you were given the ability to navigate it. Be grateful. And I know that's hard, especially when you're in the middle of it. Like how hard is it to be grateful that the algorithm keeps changing and throwing fits, right? Or how like it can be hard, and I know that. But you were given the ability to navigate what's on your plate. So when you can flip the script, and again, it's still going to suck. I'm not saying that flipping the script is going to help it not suck, be less sucky, because it's still going to suck, right? But every situation that has to happen for you to reach that next level is going to be put in front of you. It is. And ultimately, you will be okay. You will be stronger. So flipping the script is not something that is like a one-time thing. It is like every time something comes up and falls in front of you that you weren't expecting or you didn't exactly want, you have to do this every time. You have to do this every time. But if you truly want to step into the leader that your audience needs and your clients needs and your team needs, that means not being afraid of difficult situations. A leader isn't afraid of a challenge or a setback. Be willing to march into battle to protect your dreams and your life and your business and the dreams and the lives of the people that you're meant to reach and impact, have an impact on their life, change their lives. So taking personal responsibility for where you are and the issues that maybe you could have avoided, right? That's part of it. Take personal responsibility for that. But then also take personal responsibility in your duty to navigate the situations that are ahead of you that you're not going to be able to avoid, that you're not going to be able to even prevent or even know about, right? That's going to happen. So this really what it comes down to is tackling something every day that freaks you out, that totally freaks you out. And then learning and adapting and evolving until nothing freaks you out. And that, again, that doesn't mean that it's not going to scare you. It doesn't mean that it's not going to suck. It doesn't mean that there's still not going to be days that you feel like you can't stretch any further. But what that means is that nothing freaks you out. It means that you've developed the resiliency and the self-awareness, and you found the place, right? You found the place within you where nothing is impossible. You found the place where you can tap into and know that you're powerful enough to move through anything. That is what leadership is, right? It's being scared, but owning your ability to move through that fear and lead others on a path that you as a leader, you have to cut through first. The path that you're leading your clients on and your audience is not ever fully developed. It's not. Even if you're really good at what you do, the path is never fully developed. The world changes, social media changes, diets change, we have pandemics, we have recessions, like the world is changing all the time. And that means that the path is changing, and you must be the trailblazer. You must be the one who goes into I have this picture in my head, like you go in and it's a woods, right? It's a thick woods, and you go in with your machete and you cut the path so that your people can follow you. Right? You take the sticks hitting you in the face. You take the sore muscles. You take all of that so that your people can follow you. So this means being able to handle anything that comes your way is literally just you deciding that you can handle anything that comes your way. It's a decision that you can make today, and it's a decision that you must make every day. So we chose this transformational leadership as our theme for our first live event, because Funnel Boss Live, because it is what's lacking. It's what's lacking the most. I love me some funnels. I love me some strategy. I love going in and tweaking offers, and I love tweaking messaging and all of that stuff. But none of it works without you. Without you showing up as your most powerful self. This is what is going to be required. And this going forward, this is where the cream rises to the top, right? This is what's going to be required for you to hit that next level in your business. This is what's going to be required for your funnels to convert, right? And so we chose that theme because we want to immerse ourselves for 2 full days. And all of Team Funnel Boss is going to be there. All of Team Funnel Boss is going to be there. Every expert coach, all of the success coaches, we're all going to be there. And we're going to help you step into the mindset of this transformational leader. We're going to give you the tools. We're going to give you the roadmap. And our promise is that you will walk away forever changed with the tools and the strategy and the tactics to bring that leadership into everything that you do. So we're going to be talking about messaging and positioning of your business so that, right, your audience immediately pinpoints you as the leader they want to follow. We're going to be covering clearing the blocks that stand in the way of you, like figuring out what you're made of and who you actually are. We're going to be covering taking that newfound brand image that we're going to create together on day 1, and then going and finding the people who resonate with those core values. It's kind of like lead gen with a twist, right? We're going to cover how to actually move beyond the sale, and how showing up as a leader for your audience is going to ultimately end up with more sales, right? We're talking about serving your clients and then creating, like, leading and serving your clients to create this self-perpetuating referral network. We're going to be talking about so much, but it all begins with finding out who you are as the leader. And that's what we're going to pull out. And then we're going to take that and we're going to put it into tactical plans that you can take and execute. And the reason why I want to get us together like actually in person, is because, and this is the why I'm bringing all of Team Funnel Boss in, is we're going to have breakout sessions. We're going to have small group activities that are led by Team Funnel Boss. It is going to be, we're selling only 50 tickets, and we're having all of Team Funnel Boss, which is like 10 people, I believe, 10, something like that. So you can do the math on what these small group sessions are going to look like, how much personal attention you're going to have, and you're going to walk away with a roadmap that if you implement it, right, there's not going to be any Facebook algorithm that can take you out of the game. No iOS update that's going to have a, snowball's chance and you know what, to take you down or impact your bottom line. This is going to be so good. Right? So good. And yes, absolutely. Immerse yourself. We can't do that online. Like I wish we could. We can't. So we're going to do all of that. It's going to be 2 days of complete immersion in mindset, strategy, and you will walk away with your roadmap. And of course, we're going to have some fun too, right? So we're going to have Sarah, who is my photographer. She's amazing. If you have seen some of my photos, she's going to be taking photos of the whole thing. Everybody who comes is going to get access to the entire album of what's taken, but we also want you to walk away with this, with your own photo that shows who you have become over the weekend. So everyone's going to get your own professional headshot included. That's going to be a lot of fun. Then you're going to have, Diana, who is our ads, paid advertising coach. She's going to be helping you with a script and helping actually get your phone out and film a video ad on site with your new brand, right? Your new message. You're going to have Kayla, who's going to be helping make your brand, your actual physical brand, your design and all that match your new leadership role, making sure that that's coming out in your message. And then we're going to have some fun, right? Because we're going to have some, it's going down, by the way, at Margaritaville, which is a lakeside resort. It's just north of Houston, Texas, which is where I live. We're selling only 50 tickets, and I think we've only got about 30 of them left. So I think something like that. We've got only 30 left. I think we only have maybe 3 or 4 VIP seats left. And also there's going to be so much. So you guys, I highly encourage you to take that step and do the thing and put yourself in the room. And that's what I want to create the opportunity for. I want to create the opportunity for you to put yourself in the room with other people who are transforming and rising to the top, right? And that's what I want to do for you. So yeah, thank you so much, you guys. We're going to have on-site filming. We're going to have on-site photography. We're going to have so much goodness. I'm so excited. We've got a lot of other tricks up our sleeves. We're going to have swag. We're going to have giveaways. We're going to have all kinds of fun. So I hope that you guys will join me there. I hope that you snag one of these tickets before they are gone. The ticket cost is $1,500, and the VIP upgrade is like another $500. You can read all about that on the page. And you guys, what we can do in 2 days together, all day long, with our blinders on, with the digging deep, with the powerhouse that is Team Funnel Boss, is going to be insane. It's going to be insane. We've got 30-ish tickets left, I think, maybe less now. So get on it. Do not wait. Book your hotel room. Book your flight. Get in here, and we're so excited to see you. So yeah, check it out. And I can't wait to meet you. I can't wait to transform right alongside with you. So I hope this today was helpful, because I know that we're all struggling in different areas. We all have different challenges, and I want you to embrace them. I want you to enjoy the journey, and I want you to self-reflect back on what those challenges, what those obstacles, what that turbulent water, what that rocky terrain has done for you, as far as your ability to lead and change lives with what you're doing in your business. Okay, so let me know if you have any questions, and we will talk to you very soon.